Hey guys, Ivan here, and at this point we are 3 weeks out of Mr. Olympia, and we got a couple of very interesting bodybuilding updates in this video. The first one is about Martin Fitzwater, who finally got a new sponsor, and it is Hosstile. That's right, it is Hosstile Supplements, my sponsor as well. And if you guys watch my videos regularly, you probably know that at some point I actually predicted this happening. I did not have any inside information, nobody told me about this, but I saw Martin on Fuad's podcast a couple of times. He did, and he won the Detroit Pro Fuad's show, and also he was without a supplement sponsor for a while now, and in the meantime he qualified for the Mr. Olympia. He placed very close second to Nick Walker at the New York Pro, and he is definitely talked about as one of the top 6, top 8 guys at the Mr. Olympia. He is currently at the peak of his career. His value was never higher, and he was without a sponsor, so I thought somebody big is gonna get him for sure. And also with his personality, his approach to bodybuilding, how passionate he is about bodybuilding and training, how hard he's training, how hardcore he is, I thought he was a perfect fit for Hosstile. I never suggested him to Fuad, it's not my place to do that, but I always thought it's gonna happen, and there you go, it happened. And also there is another thing that I thought about. Fuad usually has a really good eye about these things. He sponsored Samson before he did anything, before he became what he is today, when he was struggling to win a regular pro show, lower level pro show. It happened with some other bodybuilders as well, and some influencers too, like Sam Sulek. I don't think Sam was that big before he started working with Fuad and Hosstile. He wasn't that known in a bodybuilding scene. And that's because Fuad is a retired professional bodybuilder and he's doing a podcast, he's following everything closely. I felt very flattered when he chose to sponsor my channel. I guess it means that it's gonna be a huge channel one day. And now, Hosstile Supplements are sponsoring Martin Fitzwater, and by the way, it's a multiple year type of contract. It's not like a 1-year contract, it's a big deal actually. And I feel like it only makes sense because Martin is on the rise right now. I mean, as far as him at a Mr. Olympia this year, I think it's pretty sure he is going to be in the top 8. Where in the top 8? I can see him placing as high as 6th very easily. I can see him beating Brandon Curry and Hunter Labrada. That can happen very easily. He's definitely more complete than both of those guys. He has the legs, he has a perfect midsection as well. He has enough size if you ask me, and he put on some more muscle since the New York Pro. He's going to peak perfectly, I'm sure, with his coach Stefan Kinsel. So I can see him placing as high as 6th and maybe even 5th. Andrew Jack, I know how phenomenal he is from the front, but from the side and from the back, Andrew Jack has a lot of weaknesses. There are no details in the hamstrings nor in the glutes. From the side, he's not very thick. The side shots, there are no hamstrings. Arms could be bigger from the side, chest to back thickness as well. I mean, Andrew Jack is phenomenal, and he's most likely going to be in the top 5, 5th. I don't see him placing higher than that. I think Nick Walker is going to bring something absolutely freaking. He's going to beat Andrew Jack, even though I know a lot of you guys don't feel that way. I feel like Nick Walker is going to bring something insane, and Andrew Jack, again, he's most likely going to be 5th, but if there is anybody else who could expose his weaknesses, from the side, from the back, I don't see anybody else doing that aside from Martin Fitzwater. But again, it's not super likely for that to happen. But if Martin cracks the top 6 this year, that would be phenomenal. That would be a huge success if he manages to beat Hunter Labrada, Brandon Curry, guys like William Bonek, Behruz Tabani if he shows up. I mean, there is a lot of great guys, Rafael Brandau, a lot of really good bodybuilders that he needs to surpass in order to place in that top 6 this year. But in a year or 2, I can definitely see Martin as one of the top 5 guys. I can definitely see that. It's most likely not gonna happen this year unless Andrew Jack or Nick Walker come in super off. It's most likely not gonna happen, but there is a possibility. However, next year or in 2 years, I'm sure that this guy is going to be a top 5 guy. And who the hell knows what is the future for him. But I believe he has a lot of potential. I believe Fuad saw that, he recognized that, and he's now part of the Hosstile team. Congratulations, Martin, and welcome to the team. Alright, next up, we got a little update on Big Ramy. So, he posted a 10-minute long video in which he is speaking Arabic. I guess he wanted to address his fans from his homeland, like from Egypt and from Middle East. But I got a translation. A couple of people who DM'd me this translated it for me. And it's interesting, actually, he's talking about the reason why he's not doing the Mr. Olympia this year. Because apparently there was some sort of fake news out there. I guess some, Egyptian media outlet said something. I don't know who said this, but basically the rumor is that the reason why Big Ramy is not doing the Mr. Olympia is because he can't get to the United States because he spoke about the certain political situation in the Middle East right now, the sensitive stuff. I'm not going to talk about what it is exactly because I don't want to, red flag my channel. You guys can assume, what he's referring to and what kind of posts he made many times so far, where he was physically even. And that is not the reason, apparently, based on him, based on what he's saying. That's not the reason why he is not doing the Mr. Olympia. The reason is because, well, there are a couple of reasons. Actually, one of them is the fact that he didn't heal completely. He did not recover from all of his quote-unquote injuries. And he wants to compete once he believes he can be in his absolute best shape. So I guess whatever was wrong with his biceps, triceps, lats, glutes, quads, forearms, and calves, well, basically pretty much everything, his entire body, he did the stem cell treatment. Whatever was wrong, it's not recovered completely yet, and he doesn't want to compete unless it is completely recovered. Now, if you ask me, do I think it's ever going to get recovered? I don't think so, but that's a topic for a different video. But also he says that he doesn't have the visa to travel to the US right now because, I don't really get this, but apparently he lives in Egypt now. And when you live in Egypt, you don't get the visa to travel even in Europe that easily. For some reason, that's what he's saying. Or that's the translation that I got. But yeah, basically, Big Ramy is definitely not doing the Mr. Olympia. And the reason is simply, well, there are two reasons. One of them is that he can't travel that easily right now. And the other one is that he doesn't feel like he is 100% ready and he won't be able to present himself in the best way possible. So, yeah, there you go, guys. If you're wondering what he said in this video, that's about it. Alright, next up, we got a little update from Hadi Japan. He is training in this video and he does a little bit of flexing in the end. But, even though it's not a full physique update, even though the quality of this video is not super high, we can still get somewhat of an idea of like where his conditioning is at right now at only 3 weeks out of Mr. Olympia. And is his conditioning super impressive? I mean, it's really hard to tell based on this little snippet right here. I know I should probably wait for a proper physique update if he posts one before the Mr. Olympia, but even in this screenshot right here, you can get a pretty good idea of like where his conditioning, his dryness, his hardness is, like in the shoulders and arms. And, guys, like after I saw what Hadi brought to the Arnold Classic Ohio, that was, in my opinion, the best physique in the past 10 years. Like since the 2014 Phil Heath, let's say. Or let's say all the Phil Heath versions were better than this version of Hadi. So in the past, how many? Since 2018, I would say. So we had Sean Roden winning, Brandon Curry winning, Big Ramy winning twice, Derek Lunsford winning last year, and Kai Green winning the Arnold Classic in 2016. And out of all those guys, I feel like what Hadi brought to the Arnold Classic stage Ohio was the most complete, the most impressive physique overall. So in my humble opinion, even though Derek Lunsford won the Mr. Olympia last year, I feel like Hadi is the favorite to win the Mr. Olympia this year. However, is Hadi going to be at this level of conditioning at a Mr. Olympia? I don't know. That's why I'm showing you this physique update and the others as well. I remember last year before this Arnold Classic, he was super shredded in all the physique updates. Now, I'm not really seeing it. Maybe there is a reason for why Hadi won't be able to bring his absolute best, or maybe he's going to bring even better physique than this. But I don't know. I don't get the impression, honestly. If he brings something like this, if he does that, and let's say Derek improves a little, I still feel like Hadi is going to prevail. But Hadi needs to be 110%. Because Derek is a young guy, he recently switched to the Open. There is a very, very high likelihood of Derek improving and looking significantly better this year than he did last year. So the only way Hadi can beat him is if he is 101%. And me personally, I'm not even saying that Derek is going to win or that Hadi is going to win. I'm not saying that Samson can't win or even Nick Walker. I'm gonna make an official prediction video soon. But if Hadi wants to be at his best and have a very good chance of winning, he needs to be completely and totally on. He must be better than ever. And am I seeing that in his little physique updates, training videos and so on? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe you can't see it clearly. Maybe the video quality is poor. Maybe he just is flat at this point in prep or something like that. Or maybe he's going for more size and not the best conditioning. I don't know. But what I'm seeing, I'm not exactly super impressed. But again, I could be wrong. If you guys think, whatever you think, guys, tell me down below in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to show me some love, some support, you can buy Hosstile supplements and just use the code EVEN10 for 10% discount. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. See you soon. All the best and bye-bye.